These latest headlines from ABC15 are sponsored by Lerner and Rowe Injury Attorneys. One call, that's all.
Hi there, I'm Jamie Warren with your top stories from ABC15 Arizona. ABC15 is following up on several major stories this morning, starting with the water main break at Lewis Prison. The Arizona Department of Corrections says that water main break has now been fixed. During repairs, bottled water was given out to inmates. But some of our viewers are telling us that the water distribution was inconsistent and temperatures in the cells got as high as 90 degrees. They also said that inmates weren't able to flush their toilets in their cells.
I understand that they're inmates and this isn't the Ritz-Carlton, but it's still inhumane. They still are human beings.
Visitation for inmates is still canceled for today. To a health alert now, CVS has updated its plans for the COVID vaccine Friday, citing issues with the, quote, current regulatory environment. Here in Arizona, you'll only be able to get one from them with a prescription from your doctor. The pharmacy won't be offering COVID shots in 3 other states.
In an apparent escalation of his attacks on current and former political adversaries, President Donald Trump has canceled the Secret Service security detail for former Vice President Kamala Harris. A senior White House official confirming the news to the Scripps News Group Friday morning. A senior advisor to the former vice president saying in a statement, quote, "The vice president is grateful to the United States Secret Service for their professionalism, dedication, and unwavering commitment to safety," close quote, but not immediately criticizing President Trump's decision. While former presidents receive lifetime Secret Service protection, vice presidents typically only receive it for a period of 6 months after leaving the White House. But, though unreported before Friday, former President Joe Biden had extended Harris's protection before the pair left office. The change especially notable as Harris had served as Democrats' 2024 nominee for president and is set to head out on a nationwide book tour for her memoir about her 107-day run for the presidency, after Joe Biden announced last summer he would no longer seek re-election. This is not the first time President Trump has canceled the security detail for a political adversary. The president moving earlier this year to cancel security for a slew of former government officials, including former Secretary of Homeland Security Alejandro Mayorkas, former chief medical advisor to President Biden Anthony Fauci, former chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff Mark Milley, former National Security Advisor John Bolton, and former Secretary of State Mike Pompeo, along with President Joe Biden's adult children, among others. National Democrats speaking out on the record, calling the move shameful. Nathaniel Reed, Scripps News Group, Washington.
Labor Day weekend is underway with record travel numbers. The FAA says that this will be the busiest Labor Day holiday weekend in 15 years. Thousands of flights are scheduled to take off this weekend. If you are driving, travel experts recommend hitting the road before noon to avoid the worst traffic. Here in the Valley, police are also stepping up DUI enforcement this weekend. If you are planning to drink, please have a designated driver, a rideshare service available, or a taxi lined up. Law enforcement also wants to remind you, drive sober, don't get pulled over. If you are planning a camping trip this holiday weekend, Arizona Game and Fish officials are urging everyone to really be bear aware. Black bears, they're typically shy, but their attraction to human food can create a pretty dangerous situation. Officials add that campers should keep food sealed away from their tents. They should also avoid scented products and keep pets on a leash. If you encounter a bear, don't run. Make yourself look bigger while slowly backing away. The Phoenix Mercury have clinched a spot in the WNBA playoffs. It is marking the franchise's 19th all-time playoff appearance. Tickets for round 1 go on sale Thursday, September 4th. The WN playoffs do begin on September 14th. It is a toasty start to your Labor Day weekend. Our expected high today is 106 degrees. That is about average for this time of year. It is well below that record that was set back in 2011. But just please be mindful, it is going to be hot outside. Think about that if maybe you're going to the ASU game later tonight in Tempe. Although, if you're in other parts of our state today, you're kind of in for a little bit of a treat. Flagstaff, your expected high is 79 degrees. Sedona, you will be warm, though, at 95. So if you're maybe thinking, I'm going to go hiking up in Sedona, it will still be hot. Please make sure that you are drinking plenty of water. Here is your 7-day forecast for you. Dry skies all weekend long. Then we have some slight storm chances return come Tuesday. For the very latest headlines, weather, and traffic, head on over to ABC15.com or download our free ABC15 mobile app.
These latest headlines from ABC15 are sponsored by Lerner and Rowe Injury Attorneys. One call, that's all.